Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. Good morning. I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky.
Oh, it feels good to be alive.
We have something excited that we are getting ready for. It's Dr. Joe Dispenza's Walk for the World.
September 23rd.
At 10 a.m. And we want to invite you to be part of it because Jason and we get to be on the beach with Dr. Joe Dispenza, actually walking with him. I'm not sure I'm going to be walking.
And thousands of other people.
I know. I'm stoked because I'm a big fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. And if you have never heard of him or have no idea what I'm talking about, he helps people let go of the past, let go of limiting beliefs, let go of those old stories of life's not fair.
Life's not working for me. I'm a victim.
Right? He helps people let go of those.
I've been injured.
Those thoughts. And what he does is he helps people step into the future.
Yeah. It's a creation mindset.
It is a creative mindset. He helps people get into their heart space, into their right hemisphere. And the way he does this is through meditation and imagination. Now, he first started his whole journey through, he was on What's the Bleep? Do you remember that movie?
I don't remember What's the Bleep.
You don't remember that movie? Okay, so What's the Bleep came out, I believe, in 2006. It was a long time ago. And I remember this specifically because I was getting my house faux painted at the time. Do you remember that?
I do.
Wendy was faux painting our house. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. I can't believe I remember her name.
I remember Wendy.
And because she kept faux painting like one area and I would love it so much. And so she was like, well, I could faux paint your bathroom, or I could faux paint your kitchen, or I could faux paint your bedroom, or I could faux paint your floor. We ended up faux painting.
Wendy became a household fixture.
And so she ended up being my good friend because she was there for like a year faux painting my house. And at the same time, our house ended up being so faux painted. Like it looked almost tie-dyed at one point.
But it was enjoyable.
Our floor, actually, people would come in and they were like, oh my gosh, what kind of floor is this? And it was concrete.
It was polished concrete.
But we had it faux painted concrete.
It was beautiful.
It was. People were like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this.
People thought it was marble that we imported in. And I went with that story often.
Anyway, at that time, I remember her bringing over this movie and she was like, you have to watch this movie. It just totally touched me in a way that I can't even explain. And I remember putting this movie into my DVD player going, this is so out there and so bizarre. And I totally see Wendy in a whole new light. Like maybe Wendy is an alien.
But it planted a seed.
I know, but I totally thought she was so weird. I'm just going to be real because it was all about time traveling and it had Marley, who's the deaf actress? Marley Matson. What's her name? Marley. Anyway, it had her in it and she was kind of pissy about her life and then she would like time travel into the future and she would imagine a better version of herself. And I just thought the whole concept was so bizarre and weird. And now here I am all about mindset and manifestation. And anyway, the reason I bring up that movie is because Dr. Joe Dispenza was one of the early founders. He was one of the experts in that movie. In fact, I went back to watch that movie like a couple weeks ago just because I put the connection together that he was on there and he looks totally different because he has hair. He has hair back then.
Well, that's almost 20 years ago.
I know. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, and since then, Dr. Joe Dispenza has been in a bicycling accident, and he was told he would never walk again. And he defied what neuroscientists told him. And he said, no, I'm not going to have surgery. I'm going to cure my spinal cord through my thoughts and beliefs. And so he literally, through meditation, he did that. And now he is sharing his techniques with people all around the world by raising their consciousness.
Yeah. And what he did there with his brain and through meditation led him into just a massive, deeper study of the whole neuroscience and meditative states.
Well, he even went back and he became a neuroscientist himself.
Yeah.
So that's after his accident, he said the prayer. He said, you know what? If I walk again, I'm going to go back and educate myself so that I can spend the rest of my life helping others.
That's huge.
Right?
Yeah.
It became his life purpose.
Yeah. And when you're doing something for the greater good, there's massive impact in that. And there's massive momentum behind it.
Now, here's the thing. Sometimes he's a little out there. Like sometimes he'll talk about his meditations and he'll say, oh my gosh, I ended up in my refrigerator and I was right next to a cucumber.
So it's only out there if you close your mind off to the possibility of it.
Of being in your refrigerator next to a cucumber?
I mean, the CIA got involved in all this type of meditation years ago. And,
right.
And they've released the classified information about this, but they were getting information like this is all possible. Like I see it. Like I feel like we're living in this.
Yeah, no, he talks about sometimes he'll transcend into these different realms, and it is so intriguing to me. And I find the metaphysical side just so alluring. And you're right. I am so attracted to all of this that I study it and I consume it like a sponge.
Well, the one thing that keeps you where you are is thinking that you know everything and that you've limited the possibilities of what is possible. Mm-hmm. So if you say, no, that's not possible,
right,
then you're stuck where you are.
I know.
And that's one thing that I've realized is when I get behind different doors and in different masterminds, I realize where I was trapped and where I was basically putting up my own roadblocks. So we often say, how do I get out of my own way? Mm-hmm. And getting out of your own way is often just saying, hey, I don't know it all. I can learn from so many different people.
Right.
And I just have to break down that barrier of what I believe is possible and what I believe is impossible, and believe that maybe everything is possible or anything is possible, and just be open to the miraculous things that can be
done.
And that's my imagination is the only limitation.
I think it comes down to beliefs.
Yes.
I really do. And I think the mind is the most powerful machine that we have no idea what the capabilities are. And again, I mean, I always use the Roger Bannister example. Nobody thought a 4-minute mile was possible. Nobody thought a 4-minute mile was possible until one man, Roger Bannister, believed. He believed that he could do it. He believed. And once that barrier was broken, once he broke that barrier,
his heart didn't explode. He didn't die.
Within a month, within a very short time period, several other people also broke the 4-minute mile. So once we all raised our consciousness, then we all went into a whole new limitless realm.
Yeah. And I'm sure we put up barriers around now what's possible. I mean, because that's our.
And that's what's happening with Joe Dispenza. He literally is getting people together, and collectively they come together, they do weeks of meditations together, and they concentrate on healing the body, healing their minds, healing their spirits. So sometimes people go with the intention of wanting to have a metaphysical experience or having an experience with, maybe an angel or something in a different realm, right? And some people go with the experience of wanting to heal their bodies. And some people want to go with just healing their mind or getting a peace inside them, letting go of stress or something emotional.
Being able, which allows you to be able to manifest more in your life.
Yes, manifesting a dream or helping them get over some money blocks or something.
It's basically unleashing the power of your mind to do whatever you can think of.
The testimonials of what people are accomplishing once they get together, because when we often say energy is contagious. And so when people come together, especially for 1 week at a time, and once one person breaks through to that next level and starts believing, then the group mentality comes together, and believe it or not, people are starting to heal their bodies and do supernatural things that doctors have said that's absolutely impossible. They are curing cancer. They are curing tumors. They are regrowing body parts. I mean, it is absolutely insane, the testimonials that he is getting. And it is all because they are coming together and they are raising the group consciousness, and they are feeding off of each other's energies. They almost enter this vortex, and together together we rise. I played wheelchair basketball, and so many times we would hear the coach say, there's no I in team. There's no I in team. And if you're trying to do life alone,
Yep.
It's almost impossible. But if you work together as a team, the amount of
it's momentum, it's energy.
You can cover so much more area.
Yeah, and part of that is seeing is believing. Mm-hmm. So when one person has a breakthrough, then you realize it is possible. And if you're still stuck in that, it's possible for everyone but me, then you're still going to be stuck. But when you realize, okay, it just happened for that person. Oh, it happened for another person. It happened for another person. Well, guess what? Your belief is going to be rocked, and it's going to change from it can happen for anybody but me. Well, if it's happening for all these people around me, maybe it can happen for me. And then it starts transmuting itself to, hey, it can happen for me. Now your belief changes. So your collective consciousness is rising, and now your belief has changed to, yes, this will happen for me. And then it does.
And that's what this whole Walk for the World is. So let me just tell you real quickly, because we're running out of time. Walk for the World is September 23rd. It happens at 10 a.m.
New York time.
Everyone is invited. Everyone is invited. And Dr. Joe Dispenza will send you a free walking meditation. So if you register, you will get a free walking meditation.
And it is powerful.
That you can put in your ears. And we all go out at the same time. And just by going out at the same time, everyone in the world, and all of us doing the same meditation at the same time, having the same thoughts, the same intention, the same energy, we all have the same frequency, the same vibration. That is powerful. And that is sending messages to the universe. And to be a part of that, miracles are going to happen. Miracles will happen. There is no ands, ifs, buts about it. It's science. Miracles will happen. And I know that Jason and I are going to be a part of it. We're going to be right in the epicenter of it all, and we want you to be a part of it too. You can go to drjoedispenza.com if you would like to be on the Jana and Jason Living Lucky team. Go to our website, livinglucky.com, and send us a little message, because we are going to start doing this once a month, and we would love for you to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
And so send us a little message that just says, yes, I want to get on board, and I want to start being a part of the Jana and Jason gratitude walks, because we are going to
we're going to change things.
Yes, it's time to be grateful for what we have and to start living lucky. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.